It is with immense pleasure and honor to welcome you all to the 15th Anniversary Conference of AP Medical Educators Association, APMEDUCON 2025. Under the theme, Kausala Vardhanam, Excellence Through Skills. We are truly delighted to have each one of you here with us today. Your presence is what makes this gathering special, and we are glad to have such a versatile group together for this conference.
And now we welcome respected dignitaries onto the dais, please. Srimati Gokraj Rati Devi Garu, Director ASRAM Society and Advisory Member of APMEDUCON 2025. Chairman of APMEDUCON 2025. An advisory member of APMEDUCON 2025. Dr. K. Professor and Dr. K Badyal-Day, Vice Principal of Medical Education and Director of Fiber Regional Center, NMC Nodal Center, CMC Ludhiana. Emeritus Professor and Founding Director of Fiber Regional Center, St. Medical College, Mumbai.
By Dr. Monica Ma'am, ENT postgraduate.
योगी सारी भावितं भोगी साई सेवितं रागद्वेषादिरहित रमणीय हृदय मुदितं रागद्वेषादिरहित रमणीय हृदय मुदितं श्री गुरुगुह सन्मुदितं चिन्मूलकमलाश्रितं श्री गणनादं भजते चित्तपराशक्तियुतं श्रीगणनादं भजते.
Of knowledge, let us now welcome our esteemed guests to do the honors and inaugurate today's session with lighting of the lamp.
कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर् दीपज्योते नमोस्तुते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणसम्पदः दीपज्योते परब्रह्म दीपज्योते जनार्दनः दीपज्योते परब्रह्म दीपो.
This has great distinction to this occasion. We are privileged to be in a company of an individual who has been a guiding light and enduring source of inspiration. May I now respectfully invite to share a few words with us and address the gathering.
On this momentous occasion, I would take this moment to welcome all of you, national speakers, dignitaries, guests from all over India to our institute. And I feel proud for being by my institute, ASRAM, being venue for this prestigious conference. And I welcome you all to pre-conference workshop which we are conducting as part of the conference Kausala under aegis of Andhra Pradesh Medical Educators Association. And I wish you all the best. My special thanks to Dr. Dinesh K Badyal-Day and Dinesh Badyal-Day for coming all the way to share their knowledge here. And I thank Dr. Sadasivarav Garu who has come as AP from AP Medical Association as an observer. And I wish you all a good time here today and wish today's workshop a grand success.
Director Anjali sir to deliver this.
Delegates and all the participants who have come to our institution, but it's the most important 3-day function depicting to the state medical education. I congratulate the Regional Training Center of our medical college, all the members who have been doing excellent work in trying to propagate the knowledge which a teacher has to have so that they transfer their knowledge to the youngsters. In that way, we have been trying to conduct the camps. The various medical colleges are allotted to our center, and we regularly conduct the meeting for the best satisfaction of all the participants. I congratulate all the members of the association and the committee for doing an excellent work. I am proud of their work. And as part of the silver jubilee of this association, this ASRAM Medical College, we wanted to have a state conference with medical educators. And this will give an input for all the staff and students who are working here. The qualities that a teacher has to have in order to transfer his knowledge to the student, so that the student can become a better teacher than the teacher himself. That should be the aim. Never think that a teacher should not go above my. Yeah, you always wish, you always aspire that our students will one day excel ourselves and try to do for the patients. That should be the aim of the best teacher. And I am sure this 3-day workshop certainly will impart a lot of material. That is, participants, the guests, and all those who have come here taking trouble to travel to ASRAM Medical College. Probably they may not know ASRAM Medical College before. And this we have been doing very good work for the various departments, non-clinical, paramedical, clinical, and super specialty department. Have been doing an excellent work. And I congratulate all the staff members of the various departments for participating in the various activities which are absolutely essential to run a medical institution. We are making up a medical personnel who has to let them go into the people and try to treat their illnesses. And that is very, very difficult procedure, but still we are trying to do our best in the interest of the public. I congratulate all the people who are involved in that, right? Doctors, the postgraduate students, undergraduate students who are doing that, and then nurses, technicians, and everybody who have been participating and trying to lift up the standards of medical education and other categories of education here, so that this becomes an excellent institution for outstanding performance and transfer our knowledge. We transfer our knowledge to the youngsters and to keep up the health care of our people, of our country, and also go for research projects, many other research projects, so that the new ideas and also involvement of the use of the technology, like artificial intelligence and other things which are highly important for some of the things which we give, but the machine will give you, but you have to always take it. So in that way, certainly these types of meetings that certainly will help you to enrich your knowledge, and you will be able to become a very good specialist of your chosen specialty. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Dr Dinesh, our beloved academic director, Dr. Anjireddy, our Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Hanmantra, our Medical Superintendent, Dr. Shantega, our AP Medical Council Observer, Sadasivarao Garu, and the heroes, villains of today's session, whatever it may be, because they are going to be the ones who are going to run the show. Our dynamic stalwarts in medical education, Dr. Badyal sir, who is a Vice Principal as well as the convener of the Model Center at CMC Indiana, and one of the fatherly figures in medical education, Dr. Supe sir. I welcome you all, and most important, the delegates of the various medical colleges and the medical education units who have come here at this age to upgrade and upskill ourselves. Kaushala Vardhanam is an apt term that we found that resonates with what the NMC mandates us to do in competency-based medical education, upskilling and skilling of the undergraduates, which everyone from the society onwards to the old generation of health professionals are found to be lacking in our present day Indian medical graduates. So as part of this Kaushala Vardhanam, we are having a beautiful dedicated workshop being conducted by the stalwarts in medical education in India, so that you all can disseminate this information through your medical education units into the various colleges, and we will be able to make an Indian medical graduate who is C to L to P. I think the medical education unit people will understand that. Without much further ado and wastage of time, I would like to welcome everyone to this beautiful campus named after a freedom fighter called Alluri Sitaramaraju. So on his name, the institute has been 99. Thank you very much.
NMC Regional Center, that's quite appreciable. So I think I appreciate the efforts of the administration, being led by my director, academic director, and very enthusiastic principal, Dr. Srinivas, which was palpable the moment we entered here. Okay. APMC members and also the medical student. So, and sir also, as we build up today all those components, sir has already labeled as actors and you as enthusiastic. We'll see how it goes into the workshop. We will be discussing more about that. But especially when in a state particularly you have this annual event. And most of us, we know you are associated with that. And this happens regularly. And also you have involvement of regional center right now here. So most of the people you will see after some time, they start getting trained at the same level and you start speaking the same language. So when you are in the universities or state level decision making things like assessment, you will find it become very easy because now you are talking about the same things. All the people understand those things. So this is going to be very helpful later on also. So all the team of the people, Dr. Manaswini and all the teams which are working very hard for this, I think that that will put into efforts in the workshops and then the conference. Thank you so much.
All the participants. It's such a pleasure to come to this regional center. And I must tell you, this is such an honor to come here. When they wanted to increase the number of regional centers in India, they have asked for applications and they got more than 110 applications across India, various colleges. And then they put a team of MBAs and management people in NMC to really find out. And then they selected, after going through a lot of criteria, they selected about 10. And I think your college really has one. So I think it just speaks for the quality of that institution, why it was selected through such a critical kind of a criteria. And thank you, Manaswini, for making this center really grow into this. And I would like to also thank the APMEDUCON. I've seen APMEDUCON growing every year. Last 15 years, I must have come twice or thrice to this APMEDUCON, and I've seen the quality of various upgrading they maintain. Like they are always updated, as Sir said, on artificial intelligence and digital natives. And I said, this is my mission in my life now after retirement is to AI literacy as well as the digital initiatives and simulation which I'm going to spread across. And therefore I thought this is something which is very important in this case. And lastly, I'm going to tell you one small story which was told to me by my mentor when I did my first course in medical education. And he says, there was one company where the boiler was not working. And the boiler was not working, so they called one expert. And they tried everybody. They called everybody, but it was not working. So they called one expert. So that expert was an old man who came. He saw the boiler for about 15 minutes, then took a small hammer and he started tapping at one particular point. And after that tapping, after about say 15 minutes, there was a small steam came and the boiler started quickly and it started running. So everybody was very pleased. The boiler has started coming and we don't have to do much. And after about say 1 week, they sent a bill of $500. So everybody was worried, he has done nothing, why is sending $500 bill? So they said, okay, give us the kind of details. So the details came that $1 for tapping and $499 for there to tap. And I think that is what remains with the medical education. In spite of AI intelligence coming up, in fact that simulations coming up, what remains is where to tap. And that is not going to change. And all these workshops and conferences really reiterate what is we need to do a small thing in a medical education which will change the outcome of people. And I think this is all what we have come here to where to tap. And I think this is what we need to take up from these conferences. So thank you again for such a wonderful institution, visit to such a place and such a wonderful experience. Thank you so much.
We look forward to your day skills. On behalf of the entire organizing team, I extend our heartfelt gratitude for joining us. We hope you will have a memorable and enriching experience. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. We invite everyone for the group photo.
And with the participants are that table here, four tables are listening, 4 tables are listening. So very good morning. This is important because we will be talking, discussing this, not only visualizing what is seen. So Four of us will try to take you through this component. You might be hearing a lot about simulations. You might be using simulations. But when we talk about creating some programs in your institutions or your department, how we can create this simulated patient program. That's what we will talk about. In the process, we will also look at what is simulation, because we know you have a variety of people too. Some of you are at higher level than teaching. Okay, some are at the resident level also. So we'll talk about all those components. Wherever you feel you should just raise your hand. We'll stop there, clarify first there, and then move forward. Most of the things, if you are not clear, you stop.
Understand the steps needed to create standardized patient program and apply these learned principles as per some scenarios which we will see through that. You will also work on those components today. Historically, you will see many things in that. Dr. Barrow's name is related with somebody who when he first used simulated patient, there was a lot of resistance. They say you are trying to interfere while the medical education is being taught. So much of resistance that when he shifted to another country, then he was able to do that. So his name you will find many places when we talk about program which has created. And then you see a lot of programs. And in that now you can add your CPM here. So which is 2019 India. That was our need here. That a lot of things changed. If you see scenario today, even patients don't feel comfortable everyone touching them. Even now the students, the way they are coming, the amount of fees they are paying, we are teaching them at home and other things, they also express their emotions that they don't want to examine each and every patient in work like that. Those things are coming in. And the patient safety is a bigger issue these days. Not only ethical, but there are legal issues. That's where the role of the simulated patient program comes, if you have a proper program in your institutions. So one of the biggest advantage of simulation, reported advantage, is it improves the patient safety and improves the confidence of the learners to do those procedures or competencies which are needed. So simply if we look at the definitions, they are individuals trained to simulate their patients. Simulate their patients. We will look at some other terminologies also later on which come into that. Used for teaching, assessment, or assessment in their professional educations. Many components and many definitions are also available. Our bigger definitions are also available. So, is a person who is trained to consistently portray one type of patient for teaching purposes. Sometimes we use for teaching purposes. Have you used simulated patients for teaching purposes? Anyone? Some of you have used that. Because majority people use for assessment, you might have used many times. I think unknowingly we don't name a program like that, but we are using simulated patients in our exams. On the day of examinations, we call many patients, sometimes they even don't have a symptom. We tell them you have been trained like that. These are not actual patients, remember many times. Training allows them to portray an actual patient for educating your students. Number of students is also large these days. You also have over 50 students here. Other colleges also will participate. So remember, to give them so much of clinical material is also not easy. And who are learning about a specific medical conditions. Especially in your area, when you want to highlight certain issues, they are more important. From where I come, northern side, disease pattern is very different. With that also you have to see what you are using them for that. Not only does the student learn about interviewing the standard, the simulated patient, but simulated patients give the student immediate feedback. So we have been talking about how assessment can help in the learning. So this is what happens here. So these patients are also trained to give feedback to the learners, the students. That adds another dimension to it. Sometimes we as a teachers keep on giving feedback. But here somebody who has been trained for that actually person will give also feedback to the student. And before we proceed further to more aspects, and you have some hands on that, we would like to know more about you and experience in simulation so that we can better associate with that. So I will request Dr. Naveswar.
they break into the pairs. So introduce each other in the pair, so that the first 3 minutes one will be introduced into the other, and after the 3 minutes it will do the reverse. So what are you regarding the name, the institute where you are working, and any previous experience in handling or working with the simulated patients, the standardized patients in any form. So let's go with, so can you divide into the pairs? Make yourself
like
into
that,
the pairs.
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
You identify the person you are going to interview.
After that, you will introduce the person.
In the pair each other, not regarding the standardized patient which you had experienced. So few of them are having the doubt that the fun fact is regarding the standardized patient. It's not. It is within the pair. To the larger group.
You have to introduce the other person in your pair and be brief so that you are able to cover all. Let's start.
She is a final year postgraduate in general medicine over here, and she has previous experience standardized patient which were used for assessing UG in their internal examination. And the fun fact is she can get into conversation with anyone, even though he or she is a stranger, and she is a very excellent cook. Thank you.
So, similar question, you are asking something. Please pay attention.
Others, please
Pay attention.
He is also from India. He has experience with standardized patient in postgraduate OSCE in psychomotor skill assessment. Fun fact about service, he can crack a joke in any situation. Sir is also.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I am to introduce Dr. Dinesh, who is from the ASRAM Institute, but she said she can have a habit of having spontaneous joking, I think cracking jokes during conversation with her colleagues and patients. And I think like her name, Harika, she always brings that target.
I've seen, sir has seen the standardized patients and simulated patients and used to do OSCEs. And fun fact is, sir is adventurous wildlife photography. Thank you.
From Rajendra and Ashram Medical College student. And about standard patient, she has experience with training sisters and also some patients about giving specific history to UGs. And fun fact is, she said really very funny, like during intermediate, she used to, after morning 1 hour of class, she used to go somewhere with her father and sleep, and she she was not taught all these 2 years.
That was a great thing.
In Ashram Institute. She is from Teluru, Andhra Pradesh. Madam has experience in standardized patient care in regarding the OSCEs for the undergraduate students. And Madam has also trained some students and sisters for history taking and communication skills. The fun fact about Madam is she has learned cooking from
You have to introduce.
I learned under him in my UG days, and his previous experience is vast as standardized patient care, be teaching regular rewards or be conducting exams also. And one fact about sir is, sir during rounds in classes, to which patient also loves. And sir, in this age also, sir, at this age also is learning dance and music also.
Before we continue further, we are stopping here to settle some else. Putting off cell phones, switch off करने और what? Silent doesn't work these days. We come back to that type of things. What else?
If it's teamwork, we need to work together, sir. Have our roles well designed so that all participate together.
So when there is a small group work, all need to participate, divide their roles. Most of you might have attended basic courses. Some of you might not, but this all the teams you might have worked there. And be a good listener. Means if somebody is speaking on the table, others listen to that. Maybe what is in your mind, already there is the answer there. Any other thing? Be a good listener. They say you might have a difference of opinion, which is perfectly fine. But try to listen to that, and after that you can respond. And for responding, please raise your hand so that we know who is next, who is next. And don't start multiple cross-talks, otherwise we will not be able to reach a consensus. Anything else which is left? So we continue, sir? Okay. Yes.
Introducing Dr. Dinesh, who's from ASRAM. He's participating in the extended education, especially the strategic examinations.
Both teaching and examining.
And the most thing that is independent of the
So you know each other well already.
I work together.
Good morning all. I am going to introduce Dr. P. Umarani, Professor of Pathology. She is from country, Indian country, she is from India, and we don't have any experience because the fun fact is that we know each other since 13 years. We are from the same department and we don't have experience in standardized patients. And one fun fact about both of us is we both were latecomers. 9:14 we wish each other during the biometrics.
Good morning everyone. I am introducing Dr. Anjana, and she is a professor at the Department of Pathology ASRAM, and she is also principal of Allied Health Sciences. At a younger age, she is taking a great job actually. And fun fact about her is that she is a good food lover. She would like to taste any sort of food at any point of time, any new food.
Great. We start just
Dr. Srihari Rao Garu. Sir is general surgeon, has an experience of 35 years. Related to standardized patient, the funny part he has told me is he has been introduced to a aortic regurgitation case, and it was the patient who has asked him to check where the murmur will. So it was a patient who was asking him to auscultate properly to have that murmur checked. And one more big fun fact is, sir is of that 0.01% of population who has never used PUBG, never used Instagram, and never used Facebook. So he is digitally detoxed. So that is a fun fact of Srihari Rao. Thank you.
Good morning all of you. It's a pleasure to introduce Dr. Swati Purnima Madam. Madam was an anatomy professor at HOD at Vinamani Siddhartha College, Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. And regarding the standardized patients, patient learned everything about diabetic ketoacidosis when she was in a final year student. Patient himself told whatever everything. He acted as a standardized, probably her professor made him as a standardized person. Like my professor made my aortic registration period. I was in fourth year at that time. I don't know nothing. Even medicine posting not over. First posting was cardiology. First day posting, I learned within 2 hours. I learned everything about diabetes. Patient himself told me. Like, next, madam is reverse. She knows Instagram, everything about it. Thank you.
So what this highlights still here is, it is not that, remember when something is introduced, we assume it is not coming from outside. Nothing, we are already using it. Now we want to put it as a program, continuous program, so that you have a supply of those simulated patients. Okay, that process we are doing. It is not, we are not using it. Many of us have given our exams on simulated patients who acted like that. Because it's very difficult to get all the patients on that. So we get other people who can act like that.
Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to introduce Dr. Dinesh K. He's working as Associate Professor of Microbiology from Minna Medical College, Vijayawada. Fun fact about him is, if he happens to see the first show of any first day release movie, it is going to be a big flop. And regarding this standardized patients, standardized it is not exposed. And we trained some students about by taking artificial intelligence as a tool, but in turn we learn more than 70% from the students. Instead of
quite ahead of us.
being this generation.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm introducing Madam ASRAM Madam. She is professor from anesthesiology department, and she has done a lot of programs like including BLS and ACLS, but not much of an experience with the standardized patients. And coming to the fun fact about the madam, and when PGs come or when the new students, new batch of students come to the department, and when she speaks to them for about 1 hour like that, at the end of the walking, they say that madam, are you an anesthesiologist or gynecologist? That's what they have it all like. And the madam is actually gynecologist before, which she didn't reveal to anyone. Thank you so much. Pass the mic. Next.
Second year postgraduate, Department of General Medicine. She's from India. We have no previous experience. One fact about her is she talks in her sleep.
Okay.
Good morning,
That will
everyone.
come later, maybe sometime after we meet.
I'm introducing Dr. Shastaranam, second year postgraduate, Department of General Medicine, ASRAM College, India. She has no previous experience in standardized patients. Fun fact about her is she sleeps excessively.
So you have both sleep-related contacts. You will introduce something. We will just pick up
Head of the surgery department, working in ASRAM Medical College itself, and he's been working since 18 years in this same institute. He's chosen this institute because his house is very nearby to this ASRAM Medical College, so that is the reason he has shifted from Hyderabad to Eluru. Fun fact is, SAR appears to be a little serious, so I didn't dare to ask about the fun fact.
One is certain, one is serious.
Yes. Standardized patient, I don't think he will take the standardized patient to the theatre, I guess. Sir, prefer operation.
We are using it for OSCEs and other.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, right. For assessment. Thank you.
Respected dignitaries, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Jairam from Nimra.